Cine Papis.
Welcome to another episode of the Cine Papis podcast. Edwin Martinez, Jamie Fernandez, Juan Bago. We are your Cine Papis every single Monday, and I'm feeling a lot of pressure. I'm feeling pressure.
Under pressure.
Yeah. It's not just the movie, but it's the presence that we have among us today. Because we have a special guest for the first episode of 2026. We have the one, the only Lizbel Ortiz in the motherfucking
That's right.
Gracias por tenerme aquí.
Thank you for being here.
How could I not? They tried to be nice, but they tried to jump me before I got inside.
Oh, shit.
I saw it.
Is it initiation?
You said you wouldn't tell me.
Confidentiality agreement.
We do that with every guest.
Wait, who would you take down first if all three of us were jumping you?
You.
Damn it! Why? Why is it me?
Honestly, because
Say it. Just say it.
because I'm big, so I know that it will take you a little bit longer to stand up. That's just it. So while
just have a bad back.
while I'll tackle you, I'll be able to let you take 22 seconds to get up.
And then just another.
While I'm headbutting these two, you know?
Yeah, no,
and
that's
then I'll get back
valid.
to you because you're probably going to fuck me up.
She would do some shit. Grab both of you.
No,
and just
there will be some Three Stooges shit going on.
Damn it. I want to ask you a question real quick before we get into some topics, before we get into the movie of today and why you even chose this movie. But quick icebreaker, right? When you go to the theater, what if you do buy stuff at the concessions or sneak stuff in, what do you get?
Always some popcorn. And then
Popcorn.
you need popcorn and some Sprite.
Okay, when we talk about this popcorn, right? From the theater, how much butter?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. My brother controls that part because he be fucking wildin'. He's the type of person that'll he'll say, yo, ponle un poquito, right? Put 25%. Give it to me. I'm gonna go to the butter station. I'm gonna bring it back. Then you're gonna do that same process, put a little bit more. I'm gonna go to the butter station. I'm gonna bring it back. All right. So he do like a layered lasagna kind of vibe. Unfortunately,
I don't understand. I know we've had a conversation before about
smart.
Jamie's butter antics for his popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't get the hype behind it.
Well, but does he tell the people on the counter to do halfway and then do that? Some
Yeah.
people do that, and I feel like I'm too. I don't know. I feel like too shy to be like, yo, can you just do it while I go back here and come back? Because they're just gonna give me an eye roll. So I have to sort of do my own. I have to bring my own extra popcorn box and then do that thing on my own. Mix it up.
I mean, I get that because I'm like that too. Donde it's just like you no quieres molestar a la gente.
Yeah.
Like you already working, but some people just be like, bro, please,
but you just paid $22 for a Sprite and a large popcorn.
But none of that go to the work.
Damn it. That's true.
So they just gonna be like, all right, I get it, you fat bastard. I'll do it for you. Whatever.
What stops you from getting? Well, if you do sneak something in, what do you sneak in?
Probably like spaghetti, Dominican spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Yeah, I'll take a. Yeah, you're gonna fucking believe me? I love lying to you. This is amazing. You think how the fuck I'm gonna sneak a motherfucking una olla, coño, de
I saw it in the plastic. I didn't.
Wow, really?
The people are like, yo, do you smell that? Is that Dominican spaghetti?
In my head, I'm like, okay, because she's with French, she'll share the spaghetti. But then now I'm like, damn, y'all got to play the spaghetti, and that's kind of crazy.
Nah, I've never taken anything into the movies, honestly.
I've done Chinese food.
Really?
Oh wait, but food? I mean, I buy stuff from the pharmacy that's cheaper than the stuff you get in the theater, but I wouldn't bring in a whole new dish and shit. Like Thanksgiving leftovers or whatnot.
Yeah.
With a folding table, just bang.
Pa eso tú te quedas en tu casa, bro. Just order in.
I wanted to be. I forgot what movie it was. It wasn't even that long of a movie. Is the worst part. I remember I didn't even get to finish my food by the time the movie was done. It was like a whole General Tso's white rice egg roll.
That's
What
crazy.
the fuck? That smells too.
You're not being respectful.
That shit has an aroma.
It wasn't a lot of people, I promise. But don't judge me about
Jesus.
this. Before we get into the movie, in which I'm sure you already all saw, we're doing Encanto today. This was a choice by Lizbel, and we'll talk about that too. We wanted to get into one topic in particular, just kind of that is buzzing around social media, which is I know before you get at us, we are a Latino film podcast. We talk about movies and Scarface and Encanto and all that shit. We could talk about entertainment too. It don't matter. We talked about this before. We could break the rules. We have the Papi rule book. We have the Cine Papis rule book. And you know what the first rule is the Cine Papi rule book, Lizbel?
They're no.
Take a guess.
Oh, she can't hear me in the headphones.
Stop whispering.
Yeah, she has to have the headphones. If you
talking
whisper,
about-
she
You
won't.
believe they denied the only woman that
No, that's not.
It's true.
It's
And it was like, there's only 3
2026.
headphones. Sorry.
No. The rule.
Nah, they asked me. I fucking with you.
The optics are not looking good right now, bro.
That's what's gonna be clipped up.
You tried to jump me. You denied me headphones.
We believe that you
They
brought
said this
spaghetti.
water's only here for commercial purposes. I can't even touch it.
Yeah, don't open it yet.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Our first rule is that there's no rules in the Papi rule book. You can break.
good.
Every rule is meant to be broken. So even though we talk about movies and we're gonna get to your fucking movie, we want to talk about this whole situation going on with Prince Royce and Romeo Santos. They were on the Popcast podcast. Hate saying that out loud, but it was cool. From the New York Times, they were talking about like the oranges of Aventura and bringing bachata strong into the New York culture and etc. But one thing that struck a huge nerve on social media was when one of the interviewers went into the topic about Romeo Santos and Prince Royce's political views and how that ties into them as artists, them into their music and things like that. And correct me if I'm wrong, Romeo Santos' approach was basically just like, yeah, I feel like the whole artist shouldn't get into the whole political realm. Meanwhile, Prince Royce dabbled into a little bit and was just like, I think about the whole thing going on right now with immigration and ICE, and I think about my own family, and I'm a kid from the projects, from the Bronx, and that affects me, so I keep that in mind. People hated Romeo Santos' approach, and I saw you were talking about this, and I just want to hear a little bit more about how you feel about this situation. Do you feel like he messed up? To what level do you feel like he messed up? And I want to hear what you guys think about that too. Do you think that he's right? Do you think that there's a level of artistry that maybe you don't need to get into politics? How do you feel about that?
Well, honestly, it's not complicated at all. They asked him what he felt about ICE.
Yeah.
They didn't ask him to pick Republican or Democrat.
Right.
They didn't ask him to pick a presidential. They didn't ask him to do anything besides how do you feel about ICE? How do you feel about ICE? You have nothing to say about like people ripping your listeners or your family away from their home? I just say that, or don't say anything at all. If you say that music should be separated from the artist, why are you talking to us? You should be singing to us instead. But again, un artista de esa, you have somebody so big in the Dominican culture. Phenomenal artists, all of them in their own right, but very disappointing. I'm sorry, very disappointing.
What about for you guys? How do you feel about what Romeo Santos mentioned in the
Well, since this is a
podcast?
movie podcast, Romeo Santos was in Fast and Furious 7.
There you go.
He
There you go. Thank you, Jamie.
He played Mondo. He played Mondo, and he was a voice in.
I remember that.
He played a voice in Angry Birds. So
There you go.
I didn't know that about it. That's cool.
yeah, I think in 2025, like you just can't staying neutral on a subject like this, especially when you're an artist where you benefit from the community that it affects. It's almost louder than if you said anything, in the sense it's like you have to, what do you stand for? You know what I mean? Like you don't stand. He's basically kind of admitting he doesn't really stand for anything. And I think there's the question of like, I guess you just get curious as like, what is the real reason? You know what I mean? Like, is it because I don't want to affect because it's not, is it the art really? Is he that deep with it? Or is it more, okay, let's target. Is it, I don't want to lose any fans from any side, or or maybe I don't know enough about the subject and I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want that to show like an evidence of that.
We're not too far from showing the blueprint of being an artist and standing on your ground when it comes to community, which is Bad Bunny. I mean, he has really stepped and spoken and didn't perform in the United States, and people really were reacting to that. So and Lizbel, you mentioned it. It's like, it's not picking a politician or a candidate for an election. These are human rights. And so I think that like what Jamie is also saying is like, what's the reason behind it? I think that just to say that you're going to put just art, I don't know. I don't think that you can really say that in 2025, 2026. We've evolved. And I don't think you offend anybody by speaking about human rights. Politics, yes. Oh, I'm going to be voting for this person. Then it may not age well and you don't want to affect that. But when it comes to human rights, especially as a Latino right now, where it's está pasado right now, what they're doing, it's tough. And I don't know if you can find a way to defend it, because at the end of the day, it's really, your base is really looking to you as far as being a voice to speak for the unspoken.
it's honestly really going full circle of what all y'all really said. That's funny to me is that even talking about, okay, the climate now, right? Comparatively, let's say 10 years ago. Like around 10 years ago, this is the same gentleman who did go on stage and he said, fuck Trump. Prince Royce was also another person who performed at the DNC. These are things that were mentioned during the show. Right. So they took a stance at one point.
Right.
And now it's a little trickle back.
I think that we also got to tie in that this red pill logic, like it has slowly corrupted the minds. Like back then, you could just get somebody who was poor and upset about life, and you could just tell them, yo, this is the reason why all of your problems exist. Now, they like slow fed this information. So there's people that I would have never thought would be against human basic fucking rights. And now you'll talk to them and they're like, bueno, I don't know, you know, like that corrupted fucking mind. And also it's just very dishonest. Like, it's aventura, bro. You have songs about domestic violence.
Yes.
You have songs about single mothers. You have songs about overcoming alcoholism. Like, you have songs of sexual assault on children. No miente, bro. No, you're like, we've been listening to this shit out all of our lives. The reason I fell in love with Aventura, because it was like, yo.
That different approach.
Of course, first of all, you're mixing hip hop, New York hip hop with Dominican roots bachata. You're already bridging, and I made a video about this. You're already doing so much for our culture. And then you bring in the fact of like, yo, esto es lo que está pasando en la comunidad de nosotros. This is what's happening in our communities. How can we talk about this? In a good way, we sing and we dance, but oh shit, listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's true what he's saying. How can I be better? Now it's like, en que lo que estamos, you know? Like, especially in a moment where we can't even sing your shit in public. Like, they literally made it legal for them to profile us for speaking Spanish. No estamos en tiempo de 20 años atrás. It's just like, nobody gives a fuck. Oh, they're giving you a due process so you can fight if you hear it illegally. No. They're literally just ripping people off the streets, and you don't have nothing to say about that. Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna keep it music and separate. That's all.
And wasn't this like a New York Times type of podcast? So it's like you were in
like the most political location you can be right now.
Yeah, right. It wasn't just kind of like you're on a comedian's podcast. Like you're probably gonna get some hard hitting questions here and there if you're on a New York Times type of like affiliated podcast. So I don't know.
Even when you're at Cine Papis, you could come and talk about politics some way somehow. Okay, we'll all tie it in because it's, you know what it is. It's a lot of pressure. There you go. That's my segue. A lot of pressure for him. So I guess that was too much for him to handle. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to say about.
I did have one more thing.
Yeah, please.
The only reason I'm so not upset. I can't say I'm upset. The only reason I'm so
disappointed.
I'm disappointed. Yeah. In them, first of all, you look like Max Santos, so you fucking
do look like Max Santos.
Jonathan backstage.
Jonathan, come over here. We want to punch you real quick.
But he is kind of a shapeshifter, like one of the characters in Encanto.
But the reason I think it's so.
I just didn't know you were gonna have that in the talk about that. I'm sorry, Jonathan. It's okay,
the
Jonathan.
reason it's disappointing is because we have. It's not like we have so many huge Dominican artists, right? So whenever we do get one or two, it's just like, yo, we try to put all of the love that we have as an island behind these people. So it always feels like, damn, you see. Not even to bring up Bad Bunny, but bro, look at what Bad Bunny did. Look at La Mudanza. He's talking about, when I die, can you at least play one of my songs when Hosto comes on? Who's Hosto? As a 14-year-old who thinks Bad Bunny is the fucking man, what do you think somebody who's on their phone listening to shit and they're like, wait, who's Hosto?
What the fuck does that mean?
You're going to Google who Hosto is, and then you're going to learn some Puerto Rican history, right? Or when he said, de aquí nadie me saca, he's talking about not selling the island, well, trying to get the island back from the United States of America. What position is the Dominican Republic in right now? I mean, like we're almost there. We're already sold, you could say. So imagine somebody like Romeo saying, "Yo, no suelte la maldita bandera. Don't leave your
You could have had that moment.
Like, to me, that's what's more impactful. You have a whole generation of children. Just how I heard La Niña, and I'm like, wait. Like this song is beautiful, but it's about sexual assault.
Yeah, some deep shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like you start learning things. Imagine a child right now, 13 years old in the Dominican Republic, listening to a Romeo song about how you need to stay on the island, how you need to get an education and fight for your fucking homeland. That's what's disappointing.
I think I listened to the whole shit because I was riding my whip, I was like, let me just listen to all this. It's funny because you were mentioning all these other songs, and they did talk about like, let's say like DV and everything like that, and he was talking about how like those didn't resonate at the barbershop. How back then the social media for them was the barbershop, right? So it was conflicting for him because it's like I was making this joint and I'm like, damn, that sucks, because we're doing a whole new blend, but then all the like infidelity and the cheating and shit and work. So I think he also, not to give him like a pass in a sense, but like is a bit of a victim of just like trying to like feed into the industry. So he didn't want to say anything wrong.
Yeah, I could tell by the way he said Aventura.
Aventura. Yo, I thought I was the only one.
What the fuck is that? Why is Tom talking to me? Where's Romeo?
Tom.
What the fuck?
And again, as someone who's part of a royal family, I feel like Prince Royce should have been a little bit more, open about the topic as well. I mean, I just don't sprinkle it in. You have to.
All right, look, let's put the pressure into a whole different way. We're gonna do Encanto this week.
Yes, sir.
This was Lizbel's choice. I was surprised about this choice.
Really? Why?
Because I remember we were talking about this a while back before we even started taping. I was like, hey, we're gonna do this show. It's gonna be fun. And we were talking about what movies that I think we were actually. I don't even think we were near that. We were just talking about movies and what kind of movies you like. But you're more of a. Don't make sure I don't get this wrong. I'm gonna say horror, but it's like there's thriller, slasher. Poltergeist is all that. I thought that was the route you was gonna go in.
Yeah.
For
I mean, I love scary movies. That's like my favorite genre.
I thought you were gonna do like Andrea. We haven't done that. We actually did. What was it again? What did we do?
La Llorona. La Llorona.
Yeah, in 2019 one, but from the Conjuring universe in a way. So I thought you were gonna do that. But why did you want to do Encanto?
I fucking love Encanto.
Yeah?
It reminds me of my family.
Yeah,
Really.
like all the characters.
All the characters, the house that they have, it reminds me of my grandfather's house in DR. I'll send you a picture if y'all want to put it. It reminds me of it just because of the tiles and shit. Also, the music slapped, fucking phenomenal. I love the diversity, and even though it's a Colombian family, it's the first time I'm like, yo, that looked like
every different shade, bro.
It looked like my family, bro. So it was refreshing. It was very refreshing.
Yeah, I around this time when I first heard about Encanto, I heard people already just kind of comparing it to Coco and anything like that. And rewatching it yesterday, I was like, this is a completely different movie. Yes, there's Latino themes.
And they say Abuela.
That's it.
They were just like, okay.
They say Abuela. And the Abuela's a hard ass in both.
OD.
Right.
Disney did like notes. They're like, all right, every Latin like animated movie is gonna have a really tough Abuela that you gotta like, melt the ice down a little bit,
And they took their time for real in this movie because this was built around like COVID time. So like they were like, okay, we gotta really go hard. They didn't even when Lin-Manuel was working on this and was coaching through all the actors for all the stuff, Fast and Furious, real quick, he didn't even get to meet more than half the cast until the premiere of the movie, when things kind of chilled out a little bit. During the red carpet is where he really started to meet all the cast members for real, for real. And just real quick, directed by Jared Bush, by Byron Howard, Charisse Castro Smith, but then the music and it was composed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. So if you like the music like that, that's kind of what it is. And he also did Moana. I know Vivo was another movie that I didn't even know about that one. But I want to go into the characters real quick first, because the plot is really, for me to generalize, it is about a whole family of characters figuring out a lot about their own past, being afraid of their own past, and even what the future kind of looks like. But I want to go through the characters, right? We have Mirabel, who's played by Stephanie Beatriz, right? So everybody in the family Madrigal, they all have their own special powers, right?
They're like the Colombian X-Men, right?
Yes, they are the Colombian X-Men.
One that does weather, one super strong, one shapeshift. That's like X-Men powers, right?
But this X-Men doesn't have a power, unfortunately.
She doesn't,
So she does not have a power, even though she has like a lot of empathy, a lot of leadership in her, and she's trying to keep everybody together. She's the only Madrigal that does not have a power, technically, in terms of like immediate family, right? But we got Abuela, right? Alma Madrigal, right? Who she is kind of, I guess, I'll say the general guardian of the family.
The matriarch?
I guess the matriarch.
Or the grand matriarch? I don't know if with the grandmother is different, but...
No, I like the matriarch is good. You got Julieta.
We'll keep that.
Julieta is one of my favorites because she heals people with food. And I'm just thinking to myself, I was just like, what would be the food that would heal me? Like if I had a broken arm? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big BLT guy.
BLT.
I love
Very specific.
Yeah,
You already had that in the
I had that in the second of my head. Like, yo, if my arm was broken, you give me a BLT right now, I'll be eating that. That's Angie.
I'm easy.
Cepeda.
Just a hot pocket, real quick. We good.
Which one though? Which hot pocket? That's the
I think like the pepperoni one. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Every time I have one, I burn my mouth. Every time.
Yeah.
I think
you have to let it cool off.
Yeah,
I know.
you have to-
I'm not patient enough. I'm always hungry when I'm.
It's called a hot pocket.
I know.
You need
I didn't read it. I didn't read it. Now I know.
What food would heal you?
Mango.
Mango?
Tres golpes,
Wow.
yeah, tres
Okay.
golpes.
A whole
I mean,
plate.
it's healed a lot of my hangovers.
That's fair.
But no, it'd probably be tres
Ew.
golpes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? It's
what
true.
food would heal you?
No.
Honestly, does it got to be a food? Because
No.
to me, it's like coffee. Una tacita de café.
How do you
Hot?
take your coffee?
I take it wherever, as long as it's in DR.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Heard it.
As long as I'm in DR, I'm fine.
You're like un cafecito está bien.
Yeah.
Okay. Heard it. We got Augustine, right? Who doesn't have a power also, right? This was Wilmer Valderrama.
Oh yeah.
Right.
The bee, but he has a lot of bee. Gets a lot of bee stings.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot
Which
of
seems like a
stings.
problem, but
Yeah. We have Peppa, right? Who she controls the weather through her emotions. Also, something where I could relate a little bit because I feel like sometimes my emotions show when if I'm not in the mood for some shit, y'all gonna know. Like it has to get me to that point. And that's Carolina Gaitan. We have Felix, another person who doesn't technically have a power as well. These are people who are like married into the family.
Yes.
We have Bruno, right? Who's a person we're not supposed to be talking about, right?
yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno. This is played by John Leguizamo, right? So this is fitting because John Leguizamo is Colombian and now he's in the Colombian movie.
Oh, that's
it's all full
right.
circle.
Yeah, but we don't talk about Leguizamo.
Yeah, we don't talk about Leguizamo. Yeah, we don't
I
talk about
just saw
Leguizamo.
that clip.
Yeah. We don't talk about Leguizamo.
right.
But he's the one that he sees into the future. He can see into the future. We have the cousins, right? We have Isabella, right? Who she grows the plants and the flowers. Well, she's technically sister, if anything.
Yeah.
She grows plants and flowers. She's the perfect one, right? The creative one. We have Luisa, who has the superhuman strength. We have Dolores, who has super hearing and super chismosa. It was just what I kind of feel like what it is. We have Camilo, who's shape-shifting, which sounds like one of the coolest ones too. Antonio, who's basically the last one to get his powers, or the most recent one to get his power, who communicates with animals.
That's a flex.
Yeah, that's a good later one.
That's an
gifting.
amazing power.
I'd be jealous of the gift if I had like I don't know the one where you have to cook for everybody and shit.
If you guys got the power to talk to animals right now, and let's just say we're gonna go on a family trip right now to the zoo, right? What's the first animal you'd go to talk to?
Oh wow, animal in the zoo.
Yes.
I feel like the lions are.
You'd go
always,
talk to a lion?
Because they're never in the Bronx Zoo. They never come out of the cave. So I'd be just like, "Yo, what's up? We pay money for this." Then they probably tell me like, "Nah, we fucking in here." Or something. I just want communication. I want to know: do I wait for y'all to come out?
Let it be known that Jamie thinks that the reason why the lions don't come out of the Bronx Zoo is because they're fucking.
Right.
It's because they're fucking. What about you, Mr. Bago?
Monkeys.
Okay.
They're
Like, what would you say to the monkeys?
I'd be like, just don't throw shit at us, because I've seen so many videos there that just throwing shit. So probably monkeys.
But I feel like you could tell without even them knowing how to talk to them. Like you can tell what a monkey is because they're very animated with this. So if they're mad, or if they're like, hey, excited and
They
stuff, like
express it.
Yeah. So I feel like it would be an animal that I'm like, I don't know what this animal's thinking. I feel like I could get like 30% of what a monkey's thinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Isabel.
I'd let all the fucking lions loose and I'd tell them to hop the White House fence.
Oh my God.
Do whatever the fuck
I
they
like
gotta
that.
do.
You'd give them a whole initiative?
Yeah, if I could talk to them and say, yo, you my twin and I'm
not
not,
gonna
right?
lie.
So go do what I need you to do. I got you, you got me.
I feel like I could believe the lions listening to Lizbel to be
feel
like,
like we
yo,
won.
I think
We
she's saying
won.
some shit, bro. I think we might have to go.
If I could talk to them and I'm like, yo, they fucking wilding out here, bro.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, all right, sis.
I can't
Well, I'm an
help-
artist. I don't want to talk about White House things, lions attacking the White House. I want to just keep
that's a
about the
little-
art.
Yeah.
Can we just keep about the art?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yo, think about your children, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they're not
yeah.
gonna like that approach with the lions,
All right,
bro.
so we not doing Cine Papis no more.
Yeah, we're not
doing,
yet.
we doing Cine Fathers.
Yeah, we're gonna send it fathers. I like
Fathers.
that. I would do insects. Like, give me all the roaches, all the grasshoppers.
What the fuck you gonna do with that?
Nothing. I'm intrigued. There's so many of them.
But
What
then,
would you say to them?
yo, like, what y'all even all thinking about at the same damn time? Oh, the ants, yo, ants, the way ants form together. I know this is my tism showing, but all the way ants be like showing through together and connecting together and making like a whole ant army. Come on. Lions?
Impressive.
Yo, lions versus ants? No, the lions win. I'm kidding.
So what, you're one of those 1 million ants versus a lion type of scenario?
Show me, damn, I'm not gonna lie. Show me 1 million ants in this room, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
That's
One
true.
line, it's like, all right.
One line, I'm gonna freak out.
But you'll also be the weird guy talking to like
million
ants
ants?
on the ground. Like, no, baby, like, what if, why is he talking to the ground?
To
Like,
be honest, I'd be like, fuck y'all, I'm talking to the ants. Like, if you could say I'm weird all you want.
Yeah.
I know what they're thinking.
All of them.
you have the power, yeah.
Damn, but then at the same time, they're all gonna be talking, and then I'm gonna get a headache.
What if the power is no? Fuck you. You don't get to. I was gonna say, what if the what if the power is just like whichever one you're looking at is the one who's talking to you, and you could switch. But I would rather you be overwhelmed.
Yo,
Like,
there's like 10. Oh, yeah. There's 10 ants right here.
We
I ain't
lost him.
Yeah.
He got crazy.
So that's why you dressed up as Ant-Man for Comic-Con this
Yeah,
year,
I'm
right?
gonna do Ant-Man,
Okay.
yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
Outside of my Paul Rudd obsession, that's the reason. We'll go through the breakdown of the movie really quick. We get introduced to all of the family of Madrigal, and that's kind of why I wanted to go through every character. Everyone has a gift. Except from Mirabel. We get to understand that Mirabel feels a little bit out of it. People kind of treat her a little bit more less comparatively to everybody who has powers. But then Mirabel eventually starts noticing that there's like little cracks in the house, and she's like, "Oh shit, like what's going on?" This is around the time that Antonio, who he's gonna be the next the next one to get his powers. He gets his powers. He realizes his powers is of talking to the animals, hence all this ant and lion talk. At the same time, Abuela is kind of basically just like trying to shush Mirabel down and just focusing on the miracle. The miracle is the whole movie. The miracle is this candle. It's what holds the house together. It's what gives the house or the casita the powers, which is the weirdest thing because I was trying to imagine that in my apartment. I'm like, how would that really work in an apartment? But I guess in a casita is way better with building all the stairs and doors. Mirabel does not
You'll
want
put the
to.
toilet seat down at least by
Yeah,
itself.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the most. I'm like, apartamento. I was like, can you just
I kind of like the whole, like, even the alarm, it wakes you up. I kind of like that little function.
Yeah.
That you can have that.
Yeah. Mirabel is trying to figure out what's going on with the casita while also just exploring everything with the whole family. She gets to eventually reconnect with Bruno, which is a family member nobody wants to talk about, and we'll get into that as well. We don't talk about Bruno, which is, I'm sure, a lot of people heard of that song if you haven't really known about the movie like that. Bruno has the special powers of looking into the future, getting certain visions, and he lets her know that he saw Mirabel in the vision. He was trying to protect Mirabel, but also kind of trying to protect the whole family. So while Abuela was basically trying to shun him out because he saw other things about other family members, he was trying to protect them. We see also Luisa there, who was one of the first people who started losing their powers, right? Luisa has the super strength. Lifting the donkeys, by the way. The animation of the donkeys to me is like the best thing when they do the pressure song. And the donkeys is like doing the dance and shit like that. Loved it. We have Isabella as well, who's one of the other sisters who's like super perfect, good, can bloom flowers. She's trying to get married, but Mirabel unfortunately kind of cancels that whole thing for them while she's getting all the little pieces together to get the vision done. Everybody's power started going in. Luisa couldn't even lift the piano anymore, which is so that moment was stressful for me when they were like, "Oh, Luisa, can you just can you bring in this piano real quick?
Yeah.
We just want to get a quick tune, while we have Isabella's future husband here." And then she's like, "All right, my bad." And then she tries to bring it in, and I just felt bad for her. I felt bad for her in general. She seemed like the most like calm one to me. Eventually, Abuela figures out about the whole thing that Mirabel's trying to get this thing going on with Bruno, trying to uncover things, trying to fix the house. Bruno himself was the one that was putting the plaster everywhere to cover all the cracks and keep this family together. A lot of symbolism. Mirabel confronts Abuela, and then eventually a whole argument is what causes the true collapse of La Casita. Right? So while they were all trying to get it all together, because of this whole thing with Abuela, and then Abuela being so exceptionally rude to Mirabel and mean and cruel. She was a...
Yeah, there was a part where she's like, she's at the height of her piss, and she's like, "Find her." And I thought the next time was gonna be like, "And kill her," because I was like, "Yo, she's like getting really evil."
Senator Bruno.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
We come from... I feel like we come from a kind of old school Disney route, where the shit like that was gonna happen. It's like poisoning the shorty and everything like that. Like that's where we're so used to. Eventually, Abuela does find Mirabel and then opens up about her trauma, about how she lost her own man and tried to protect her children, and how she got that miracle. The candle is the miracle that she got from protecting her own family. And the reality was that it wasn't about trying to shun Mirabel particularly. It was more so to protect everybody. It was her fear about the future and how things could come along. They figure it out. They kiss and make. The family then rebuilds the house without any type of powers or anything like that. And then the whole village, who they use the powers to protect the village, they come through and help them out as well. When they finally figure out the last piece, right, which was the doorknob, they get to implement that into the door that everybody opened up to get their powers. That's where everybody finally got their powers back after the whole casita broke. And that's the biggest instance when it comes to Encanto. I want to get into really like certain scenes, particularly for Encanto, which one, I guess we could let's get into Abuela.
Okay.
Abuela's a very strict character. I think I could say it like that. And,
But she's been through a lot.
She went through
We get a little
lot.
backstory from her.
Yeah.
We get an instant death, right?
Yeah.
Her husband's.
Yeah.
And it Disney, with kids movies since Bambi, they don't care about throwing a death right up top. Like the kid, they don't care about kids asking serious questions to their parents. They're like, yo, we're gonna kill people off.
Did you get to watch this with your kids?
I a while back to
Yeah.
see it, and my son really, really enjoys it. But talking about the grandmother, it's got to be tough. You have 3 kids, you're on your own, and it kind of like, as
As a
Dominican, no, like it's so. There's a lot of secrets. Every Dominican family has a lot of secrets, and the abuela just knows everything, and like it's so many. I've lost count on how many times I'm like, what? Like I'm finding out secrets and a Bruno or 2 in the family. So for me, I can sympathize and understand why she was the way she was, because it's like the control, sort of the strictness is what you want to put the family together so it doesn't break apart. But as time, it doesn't age well because people are like, yo, what the fuck? So to me, when I saw that, especially that visual, like when she's with the 3 kids, I can see that. But as time went on, you can start to see that it's like, and especially with the cracks, it was her that was doing that.
She was doing this.
But my son really enjoyed it. No, my son really enjoyed the movie.
What were you gonna say, Lizbel? I know you were gonna mention something.
Oh, I was gonna say that back to what he was saying about like mentioning death. Hay niños que pasan por eso, So like I feel like a lot of those movies have themes for us where it's just like they know that adults are the ones taking these kids to see the films. Y uno está pasando mucha vaina.
Yeah.
So obviously, you're gonna watch it and be like, oh yeah, I'm just taking my bitch ass kids to see a movie. But then you get there and you're like, wow, this shit is beautiful. But imagine a child who lost their parent and they, imagínate uno que no lo entiende, and then think about a child trying to understand death or like anything like that. I feel like they do a really good way in kind of like pacifying those moments and giving them a little bit of understanding. But fuck Abuela. I love the movie, and that ending, bro. And I will also say, don't watch that shit if you just lost your grandmother.
Oh yeah,
that shit took me on a whole nother swing fwang pa allá.
Yeah,
but I was just like this. The ending where she was telling her what all the things she's been through, beautiful, enormous, una cosa bella. Where it's just like you see them coming together. But then I still think about them taking that fuck ass photo without her, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, Grandma, fuck you. Like, what do you mean? First of all, they had the husbands, they had the people who married into the family in the picture.
Who also didn't have powers.
Exactly, bitch, get the fuck out. But you telling me she can't be in a family photo? Y'all did my girl dirty, bro. Y'all did her so bad.
Yeah. I think and then just kind of moving on with that, even with the whole like, we don't talk about Bruno. Right, which was basically shutting Bruno from the family because of his visions, right? But everybody had their own narrative about him already, right? Their own perception about Bruno, right? With the rats, with being conniving, and then being able to interpret the weather and just ruin everything, the rain for everybody, stuff like that, right? They had their own narrative, and then it kind of really came from Abuela at the end of the day, and that kind of just goes into talking about the source of the chisme, right? The source of the chisme is Abuela at the end of the day about who Bruno was, but at the end of the day, he was just trying to help everybody out.
I mean, Bruno was addicted to something, though. I mean, I think we
Bruno
like.
was
I mean,
cracked out.
it wasn't just that. I mean, I think let's not talk about everything about Bruno. There's some things that we're still gonna like leave out, but I think he had his issues.
Yeah, multiple personalities for sure.
But they was fucked up in the house too. Like
Yeah.
they did Bruno crazy. He had him living in sand with rats and shit. He was
That is true.
He was eating by himself. Dio, coño.
Yeah, they isolated him in a sense.
But this was a whole big dysfunctional magic family, right? Because it's like these powers really were. If you look at the fine print of the powers, they made these people. All the siblings a little bit crazy, right? Because the weather thing, controls the weather. No, now you know whenever she's pissed. Like she can never hide her emotions because everyone can see a cloud over her. So she's always kind of, up and down emotionally. The shapeshifter kid, like does he know his own identity? Like is he ever gonna he's young, right?
So that's a good point.
He's never gonna know like who he truly is because he's always trying to be somebody else.
The jokester of the family too. Yeah.
And there's the perfect sister.
The perfect sister, right?
She didn't even want to get married to this fuck ass bitch.
Can I be honest? Yo, that's the crazier
Arranged
part.
marriage, not for me, mama.
right.
And she's privando en perfecta, but she was really unhappy. And then even think about the pressure shorty. I forgot her name. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm terrible
Luisa.
with names. Luisa.
Pressure shorty though. I like
Pressure
that.
Shorty is good.
Pressure Shorty is good.
Like
That's my Twitter link.
Pressure
actually
Shorty.
a fire
Yeah,
nickname.
at Pressure Shorty.
Pressure
Yeah.
Shorty.
Yeah.
But even with her, it was like when she couldn't even move a table, it's just like, oh, I should kill myself right now. Like right now, I should put a gun to my mouth. That's what I mean by Abuela. She took something so beautiful, and obviously these are the minds of adults. So
Yes.
take that into consideration when y'all listening to us. Yeah. We're just going into something, but we know that this movie is for kids and they're gonna enjoy how they give it to us. Abuela, she lost the magic of what it was. She focused too much on what the superpower was and what they did for the people. So it was like once you can't add to the table, you are no longer treated with respect. Because look at Mirabel. Mm-hmm. Mirabel, I always say Mirabel or Maribel because I got mad bells in my family. But Mirabel, she found out she didn't have powers when she was like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
And from that moment until she was grown, her grandmother was treating her crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
the visual of that was so sad though.
Yeah, 'cause it's like,
Shorty
yo.
open not get the door disappearing on her.
Right,
and
it's not like-
her looking at Abuela and then Abuela like Abuela basically put her
literally did that
middle
for like
finger.
20 years.
Oh, you done fucked up.
Yeah.
You know.
And then when it was Antonio's turn to get his superpower, she was just like, yo, go kill yourself while we do this. Because you the reason why it was fucked up last year. Like, you the reason, es la culpa tuya.
Yeah.
So, Abuela, that's what I realized by the end of the fucking movie. Like, yo, it was all you. The magic started to die once you kicked Bruno out. Because you lost the concept of what family was really about.
Facts.
And you was just looking at what people can bring to the table. Y tú
Yeah.
qué traes, maldita. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
This
just
is a
very
kid-
sensitive
this is a
about
kid's
Mirabel.
movie. This is a kid's movie.
We gotta bring it
I'm
back.
very
It's for the
sensitive about
kids.
Mirabel.
But
Mirabel, I mean, it was obvious she kind of had like the biggest heart too.
Yes.
I mean, maybe that was her superpower. Okay.
She was the glue. She was the
But
glue.
I mean, it was like, and so it's like it was ignored because and these other siblings have, again, going back to these weird powers with the sister that hears everything, but it looked like she couldn't, like, she wished she didn't hear everything because
Right.
it was just like, I hear through the walls, I hear your conversation. And it's like, these powers are making, these gifts are making everyone else crazy. She's actually the most sane, and like nobody really sort of acknowledges that. They make her seem like she's the strange one, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I think that that's why I don't know if the family seemed as close as she saw it, Mirabel, and then eventually in the end, through all that, she had to do a lot of shit to get the family at the right point.
And the thing about it too, she has such a great big heart because Antonio is so nervous to see what the gift is. She could have been anyone else and be like, you are your own. Like, I'm not getting any of this.
Yeah.
And she was there for him. So I feel like, and she had to overcompensate, which it's like so funny because this is again so true. Like, she didn't feel like she was enough, but she always overcompensated. She was just draining herself because she didn't have the gift. And Abuela was just, because I remember there's a point like, yo, Mirabel, watch out for her because, she's going to feel a certain way. She's going to get PTSD because last time she went in there. And you can see grandma like, I can't have 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So once it was there, it was even more for her.
Your brother has the gift of PTSD. Not you.
She was like, no, get away. Don't touch that fucking door because we're not dealing with this shit again.
Yeah, she started treating her like a stepchild.
I want to talk about how when she finally met Bruno, right, he let her know about the vision and that the solution was basically an embrace, a hug. And she had to hug her own sister, Isabella, the perfect one, right? And we talked about it a little bit before we started recording about like embracing your sibling. My sister listened to this. Shout out to you, hi to my sister. And we don't really hug like that. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay.
We don't, unless it's like we hugged on Christmas, right? So that was cool. If I could tell you what was the last time we hugged before that. I think probably like it was maybe like a tough day we all had as a family, and we just hugged just to show love. I don't be hugging
They say that like 8 hugs a day lowers your blood pressure, right?
8 hugs?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not spreading misinformation.
8 hugs?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't imagine a day. I've never had.
1, 2, 3. There's 4 people here, bro.
That means I would have to hug y'all twice.
We should do
Unless
that.
it's a group
That's-
hug. What about a group hug? Does that like eliminate?
That's not the same.
That's
I
not the
hate
same.
group hugs.
Yeah, me too. It's
I don't like
like,
group
honestly,
hugs.
get the fuck off me. I feel like somebody's stealing.
Group hugs
says
feel
I feel like somebody
Yeah.
got their hand in my purse.
right.
It's like,
Group hugs are a little fake because then it's like I'm not gonna lie. I'd be the last one. I'd be the last one with group hugs, so I feel like I give the kind of it's my fault. It really is my fault. I think about it.
You
I give
gotta
the half.
catch it before everybody else get in.
I don't want to get in the middle.
I said that. Yeah. Oh shit. Fuck.
You want to be in the middle of a group hug?
Hell no. I told you I don't even like one hand on me, bro. What am I doing with 5?
Do you like group hugs?
Nobody. I've never really had the opportunity to.
Oh, we're doing that today.
I've never been with a lot of people.
We've had a lot of
actively
drunk,
wanted
we've
to
had
hug.
a lot of drunk group hugs.
Yeah.
Stop it. No, I'm the same. Like with my father's very machismo, very seco, estamos así, and we didn't get the affection. So my siblings, sometimes when now as adults we hug, it's a little awkward.
Come here,
It's
Mike.
like weird.
Come here, Mike.
Yeah. But I'm
okay.
with you, and so like that's been sort of you guys are gonna make fun of me, but as a dad, I'm very cariñoso with my son because I didn't get that, and it was just awkward as an adult hugging my sisters and my brother because that's how we were brought up. We just didn't see affection like that.
Yeah.
So when she's like, "Oh, I gotta hug my sister," it became a thing like, "Nah, fuck that. This shit ain't gonna work out if I gotta hug my sister." So
Hey Jamie, he's looking past his emotional trauma and hugging his son and his kids. Let's laugh at him.
no, because I'm gonna say as a dad, I'm trying to cut.
Man, I'm laughing
trying
at
to
you.
break the cycle.
I'm
I'm
laughing
trying
at
to be
you.
like that with a little podcast. Like, I'm trying to break the cycle with my son. But it's true.
Now we gonna clown you for your breakthrough, bro.
You want to show him love and affection? Sucker. No.
But in the actual movie, though, I think her mom provided that. I think if her mom wasn't so her mom was kept telling her that she was enough and all, and was there for her, and she also has the healing gift with the food. But I mean, just with her words, and I think if she didn't have that in this movie, I would have been like, yo, she has nobody. Like, how is she still so? But I think, and even to an extent, her dad also, if she didn't have her actual parents, I think she would have been a lot worse off.
Her dad falls under this category in this show where the father is in a lot of families. So this happened in Real Women Have Curves. And then I forgot what was the other movie. But the dads in a lot of these Latino movies love going like this. You know what I'm saying? They take this step back and they don't want to be a part of it. He was just like, yo, just hide that shit. Hide that shit and don't tell your mom and don't tell your abuela because I don't want to be a part of this because look at my face right now. I don't know why that's such a common theme.
Well, it's even the theme in the movie. Look at bitch ass abuela. She was saying her thing was let's not pay attention to Bruno so that the thing doesn't come true.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter how long you ignore the problem. The problem is still there.
Yeah.
You're just catched up with Mirabel.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Eventually, llega el problema siempre.
And even to what you were saying, Mike, like, and I love your mention about that with how you're handling with your kids. Is like, I guess even for me, like my pops, like we wasn't very like affectionate like that. Like we were showing affection through, living,
Right.
living, and he provided a lot for me and showed me a lot of lessons, like like that, not like hugs or I love you, son. I never got an I love you son from him like that, but learning from all that, right? I want to say that when Bruno was there, I don't think he really got that really love warming embrace. They were just like, oh shit, he's back. Theo's back. And the way they shunned him, I'm like, it made me think about, I'm like, yo, imagine how many families have not one Bruno, but hundreds of Brunos in their own family. And then they can't, and it's probably a cousin or Theo or Tia or someone, or mom or dad that they could have loved so much, but because of a lot of bonchinche and chisme, they never really got the chance to love him like that. So that's kind of fucked. I wanna get into real quick our unpopular opinions, right? Which is where we talk about things that we just either didn't like about the movie or little hot takes, etc. And I want to start real quick. I think, yes, okay, it's sweet that Mirabel was the glue of the family. And, in reality, that was her real power. But I want to say, fuck that. They should have gave her a power at the end of the movie. They should have gave her
like all of a sudden
something.
she starts flying and shit's like, oh shit,
Something.
you got the best power out of all of us.
Something. Like, I would have been tight. I just went through all of this.
Yeah.
Antonio was just born. And now he gets to talk to fucking, I don't know, donkey.
I mean, well, I feel like she has the most powerful most powerful because it don't shine. But let that bitch start an argument, whole house fucking falling apart.
That's fair.
Like, if I leave this bitch, todo el mundo se cae. That's what I got. It's just like she's the glue that stuck, that brought the family together. She was the one who put all the pieces together. So it's like she don't have no glowy. I would love to talk to a crocodile. Like that's fire.
I'm gonna make boots out of you.
Realistically, without me, all this shit crumbles. So it's like she has most of the power. I feel like maybe
Glue to the family. Talk to animals.
At least put the house in, like the lease of the house in her name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and fix up Bruno's fucking crib, bro. You got Bruno all fucked up, living in the mountains, living with rats and sand. Bro, come on.
To your point though, right? Okay, let's be real here, right?
Yeah.
We have Abuela's not gonna change. This is a moment. And from Coco, so we did Coco already, right? In Coco, there was a lot of gaslighting and shit like that. She kind of fixed herself. Yeah, so eventually, like she gets to realize the whole past and how things got mixed up, etc. But Abuela's not gonna change. I can still be this glue to the family, but I can't talk to lizards. I'm gonna be tight. I kind of rather talk to the lizards than be the glue. But I guess that's Mirabel's superpower. Do you have an unpopular opinion for?
I mean, it's not really that. I mean, I just thought like all their gifts were really curses. You know what I mean? I don't really think any of those gifts. Again, if you really zero in on what the gift is, it's not really the best version of it. Maybe the super strength. I mean, again, like that's as plain as plain a description as any of the other powers. The other powers have like loopholes where it's like, yeah, she could hear stuff, but she might not want to hear. It might be like involuntary. Like she might have to hear shit that just from like 5 blocks down the road from the loud lady in the
That would suck.
who lives in the I don't know the project
Casita.
or something like that. Yeah, she might be hearing like
casita,
project talk and she'll be like, damn, like what the fuck?
The village, yeah.
But again, like, yeah, these are curses to me, and they set the family more apart from each other because everybody had their own agendas. Everybody felt, everybody judged each other. They judged her. So I really think all this gift shit, at the end, no one. Am I misremembering? Did everyone get their gifts back, or
Yes, they
did
did.
they all
They
lose their
did
gifts?
They get their back
Alright,
after
I
the
think they
door.
should have just all lost the gifts and just try to be regular people for a little change.
I like that.
You
We're
know?
gonna save you for best for last, but
Yo, what if they never got that candle of gifts? Like, what life would be? It would
That's a
have
good
been a little
question.
bit more of a struggle, but still, I think that it was end up being almost a curse in the sense that there was
Yeah,
a lot more
damn.
trauma than her raising the 3 kids and running away.
But the
losing
townspeople relied on them too much.
This is true.
Like they had her doing the donkey shit. What, is she getting paid for this? Like it was like, yo, guys, like let us just live our lives. Why do we have to share our powers?
You saying the village created more like pressure that they created this even more
it is true.
dependency?
Yeah.
Because even Abuela said it. Abuela, who the fuck am I? I never said that shit in my Never said that.
You caught yourself.
Even she was just like, yo, like the community, like, shh, they're gonna hear you. They're gonna
Yeah,
start,
yeah.
you know. So it's like they had superpowers, but they were also she became that safe haven for the community that they had left. Like, remember her husband was fighting.
Yes.
He I don't think he died. I think he went to fuck fat bitches. But that's neither here
I
nor
was about to
there.
say that. I was gonna be like, yo, I was expecting him to come
Why
back and
would
be
I
like,
say that on this show? Ask me that.
Oh my God.
yo, he comes in the end of the movie. Yo, what did I miss?
We know what he Encantos.
What happened to the house?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I hope he's dead. Because
Yeah, me too.
only because so I went on my socials and I was just like, I was just trying to get people going. I was like, Encanto or Coco, right? Like, which one do you guys like more? Because since they came out like very like 4 or 5 years apart, there was a lot of comparisons between the two movies. And I do want to ask y'all, did you see Coco?
Whew.
Okay, yeah,
Did I? I've seen that shit in 3, 4, 5 different languages.
The word?
Nah.
Damn. We got a lot of shit for that.
I saw.
We got a lot of shit for not watching.
Watches Coco in English. A motherfucker who don't
I
know
felt
Spanish.
dirty. I was like, fuck,
I
I'm
was like,
fake.
shit.
Yeah.
That was a really
That's why you got to preface like, yo, I know that this is a child's movie. We're just speaking about it in adult phrase because people don't play about their Disney, bro.
No, we had to preface it because the segment was unpopular opinion, so that was essentially the unpopular. But we should have kept that in the clip of like, first of all, this is an unpopular
Nah,
opinion.
fuck
just so
that.
you know.
The clip we still get comments to this day. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
guys? It's like,
I get handwritten letters from that shit. What the fuck is this written in blood? What the fuck?
Disney fans are different.
I know where you live.
like so there's a lot of comparisons, right? Of even like for the fact of like, is there a real villain in Encanto comparatively to the dude in Coco, right? But like, it's funny because now you're really saying this, and for me, I was like, oh, like, the villain. I was gonna be like, man, fake philosophical. Like, the villain is really like the family trauma that they're all kind of. No, it really is Abuela.
Yeah.
Abuela is really the problem here in hindsight. I was asking on my socials. I was asking people if they were to choose between Encanto and Coco. Now that we all just saw this recently and we all seen it here, what would you guys choose? I'm gonna ask Juan Bago first.
Oh shit.
Encanto is a lot of symbolisms about trauma and immigrants. So I'm going to go with Encanto because I can relate to it and I see it, and we all know Bruno's. So I'm gonna say that. Coco, don't get me wrong, and I can't watch the movie without crying with the grandmother. My wife's grandmother, it was igualito. Like, she looked. So my wife, even if we're like, putting it on, it's right there in that scene instantly. Like, it's quick, right away, cry. That aspect of it. But no, Encanto for sure. Just the symbolism. There's just so much going on, and with the trauma and everything. Like, to me, I could relate to that, and I like Encanto more.
Jamie.
Encanto by a little. I think I like the main character better in Encanto. I thought the actress Stephanie Beatriz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and other things in the Heights. But I liked her as Mirabel, and I really liked Mirabel. Like, I wanted to follow whatever sort of adventure that she went on, and so this was kind of a mystery that she was trying to solve. So we did have to follow her to find out what's going on here. What's going on with Bruno, all this stuff, and so by a hair, because I like the lead a little bit more than the lead in Coco. Yeah,
Coco doesn't have a fault for this, but there was a lot of tropes about like Mexican traditions and stuff that were thrown in there, right? That really like brought a lot of light to the movie, right? And the whole trauma stuff wasn't as like touching to me comparatively to Encanto. Like, all of the characters, yes. So again, this movie is set in Colombia, right? And even a lot of the cast and a lot of people who worked on it actually even went to Colombia, like, to get a lot of references for the movies, for even, let's say, the flowers that they use, what Mirabel is wearing, and even the music, especially the music. Like, that was a huge one for them.
Authenticity is an overused word, but I felt that, even when they're just partying and they're dancing, there's a part where like you just see them dancing, and the animated characters feel like come to life because they're actually just So I felt that in this movie, this Colombian, especially with the music, and again, this song, we don't talk about Bruno is the best song out of both movies. I think if you're gonna go by song,
We could argue about this. I want to
Yeah.
argue.
No. All right. Sorry, I didn't say that as true for everyone. All right. In my
we don't have
opinion,
to argue. We could fist fight about it.
right.
I'd rather do that.
Sorry, Coco. Sorry, Bill. No, but I'm saying that's what I felt from that movie. I felt like, oh, the music is a little bit better. Also,
Yeah. So for me saying that, I'm choosing Encanto. So
Okay.
what about you, Lizbel?
I gotta say Coco.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's hard
Nice.
to. It's very hard to choose because I fucking love.
No,
Encanto.
both are great, yeah.
I told you, Encanto to me was. It was like, yo, I'm looking at a Dominican family. You know, like everything felt so familiar. It felt like they had one of us in the room. With Coco, I think it has to do with the time that I saw it in my life because I was also grieving, and he was also fighting family trauma.
Yeah.
And he was fighting the afterlife family trauma.
Yeah, damn,
He
that
was
is kind
fighting
of
shit
its
that
own
happened
layer.
before
Oh
him.
wow, that's a layer that.
That
He
is
was
another
fighting shit that
layer.
came before him. Shorty on her way out. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's 6 years old. He know how to play music. You know, so he's haciendo mucho. He's in the same bag as Shorty.
I'm
But
gonna still stick to my Encanto guns,
Nah,
but
go crazy.
in hindsight, he did he was watching people okay, yes, I know it's animated. But he was watching skeletons.
yeah,
Yeah.
He was
was
watching
in the afterlife.
skeletons and
Yeah.
his previous ancestors. That's a lot to unpack
yeah.
in hindsight.
And then you find out the bitch is lying. The person you done looked up to all the 7 years you have in this life. And then you gotta go tell mama. You gotta go tell your family like, yo.
And you thought that was your grandpa for
They're
2
gonna be like,
seconds.
yo, you in a psychosis. What do you mean you went to the dead and came back and now you figured out that the person who was your grandfather's not?
Everyone's just lying in both movies.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm
There's a lot
realizing
of
this is the
lying.
real problem here is that a lot of people are just most of shit.
Yeah.
But
Well-
they're very close in as far as they're both kind of have supernatural
Yeah.
sort of things
Yes.
going on, and within a sort of like traditional sort of family dynamic. So that's why it's kind of hard to kind of choose.
And both of the grandmothers are the villains too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we wanted to ask you what your unpopular opinion was as well.
Okay, my unpopular. I don't know if it's an unpoppy. Is it unpoppy?
Unpopular.
Unpopular.
Yeah.
My unpopular opinion is that yes, the movie ended beautiful, community love, transformation, generational trauma, healing within one another, grandmother, granddaughter, gorgeous. I think Mirabel still needs her fucking fade. I think she should have a round with every single bitch in that house.
Oh, I love
She
it.
gonna
Because what do
lose.
you mean? They done cooked me for all of these years because I didn't have no superpowers. Mama knew what was going on. She knew when Bruno left. That's why she was in the candle. Like, yo, mi amor, mi amorcito, mándame. Like, oh, she was asking her husband for help because the magic was dying. You knew, bitch. You knew, and you gaslit her into thinking that she was losing her mind when you knew that Bruno had already said this shit. So my unpopular opinion is yes, healing love, like, give me my round. Need that. Expeditiously, actually.
And Abuela was just
Hell
we shouldn't
yeah.
really talk about things like this. Like we should separate that, from what I do.
Let's
And
separate the magic from the family.
Yeah, from the family. Yeah.
We need an evil abuelo for the next Latino Disney film.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah. Let's mix it up.
Except it's just like he's just not there. That's it.
I'll fucking
he's a
family.
ghost.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost the whole time. Well, I mean, that is Coco,
Yeah.
right? He's a ghost.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And he was the villain.
He was the abandonment.
So-
Yeah, no, okay,
true.
fair. We always like to do an MVP, a most valuable Papi, a favorite person for us in this for movies. I do. For me, my MVP is Luisa. I do like her story. It reminds me of my sister because I feel like she is the older sister. That's the biggest element about Luisa. She's the older sister amongst her, Isabela, and Mirabel. And my sister, I feel like a lot of the things I went through, I feel like I had to also acknowledge that she went through way tougher times than I did. Way tougher times, like with my parents figuring a lot of shit out here in the States. Like she went through a lot of shit with them, and then she basically helped raise me. You know, we're 9 years apart. So Luisa reminded me a lot because I feel like she's strong as fuck. Like in the sense of like her spirit is strong. My sister can't lift. She can't bench. Sorry, Yada. But she can't bench, right? But her spirit can bench, like, 300 pounds type shit. Like, she has a lot of good spirit. And again, the whole, right?
I'm gonna use that because I can't bench for real. My spirit can bench, dog.
Yeah. And like handling all that pressure is just like, damn it. And once she even lost an ounce of that is where she was breaking down. And it wasn't even her fault. It wasn't her fault. It was just, unfortunately the family curse going on. Mm-hmm. And then she couldn't help but to blame herself. And that's just really the stress, the pressure of it, being the strongest person in the family And once something goes wrong, you just can't help but to blame yourself. It's like, yeah, that's tough. But I loved her character, and I also just love that song. Like that was a good sequence. What
I
about
love
you?
that. I said the same thing when I watched the movie for the first time. I called my sister and I was like, I love you.
Yeah, right.
You be carrying all the shit, yo. When there's parties, you be beating the table on the other side.
It's true. It does give you like a wake up call, like, oh shit. You know?
Yeah.
And it's not that they're any more human. It's not that they can handle more. It's just that they've been put into positions where you have no other choice. Especially when you have a younger sibling, because tú quieres protegerlo, you know? So it's just like, my sister went through shit that I saw that she did that so that I would never have to. So yeah, it was a really beautiful character.
What about you, Jimmy?
I'm gonna go with Bruno. I'm gonna go with John Leguizamo. I think they built up this character. They even have a song for him, so he kind of has to deliver as a character, and he does. I feel like he comes in a great in a part of the movie where like that comic relief really actually worked. You know, it was the perfect moment for that, and he was. And look, I think John Leguizamo. He might not always be cast great, you know, as an actor in movies. Sometimes people don't know what to do with him. But he's great as a voice actor. Like his, you know, really Ice Age, this, and I know he's done a bunch of other things. He just has a great voice for animated characters. And I thought Bruno, I mean, I'm sure he improv'd a lot. There was some jokes here and there, line readings that were just really just very specific to sort of him. So yeah, I thought he delivered in a role that is actually, it was, you build up this character so much. You're like, okay, when are we going to see Bruno? And you expect Bruno to be memorable, and I thought he was pretty memorable in the screen time that he had. So I'll say him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna piggyback, but I'm gonna do it a little bit, you know, not as the performance, but what Bruno represents in the family, being the truth, you know, like laying out the real truth and sort of getting pushed away, and then trying to like put an image and brand of this family member because you didn't get distracted. You can't listen to this truth because he's Bruno. And I feel like that, again, in our families, there's been times I've seen it in my own family where there's somebody that speaks the truth, but they want to keep it together because they're fearful of the family breaking up of a certain way, but not wanting to heal. So Bruno doing that and him taking it, you know, for Mirabel and being there and kind of like guiding it, it definitely has to be the MVP in there because it's so symbolic as far as like, again, as family, we want to be together, but some of us as family members are not.
Wait, so the MVP is not a character, it's like a feeling? Like, what are you saying?
No, I'm saying it's Bruno, but I'm saying John Leguizamo did a great job.
Yeah.
But I'm saying what Bruno represented in that family and being the first one to tell, hey, this is what's going on, and then as well trying to patch it up, you know, trying to protect it. But he could have been like, fuck y'all then. Like if you don't want to, I know the truth. That's my special power. But he still was there to rep the truth in sense. So
would you say your MVP is Luisa as well, or would you have a different?
I'm gonna choose somebody. I love Bruno, love Luisa, but I'm gonna choose Antonio.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose Antonio because I like that he kind of. It reminds me of when you are cold, right? Let's say you get pushed away from the family and you're cold. Pero viene un niño. It could be a cousin. It could be whoever it is, and they bring that innocence and that joy back, and you're just like, all right, I'll come back for this. I'll come back for these people. And then Antonio, that the scene of him, like when he was like, nah, I need you. Like I need you to go.
Yeah.
To
even asking
I'm
for her
nervous.
hand.
Yeah, imagine you just did this a few years ago. They all think that you're the reason that nobody's gonna get superpowers ever again. And he's like, nah, like I really need you. And imagine if she would have never did that with him. I don't think that. Well, it's a fucking movie, obviously. But I think that moment was so powerful where it's just like she never let her pride get in the way of like, yo, this fuck ass family is treating me terrible because I don't got no damn powers. But I'm gonna still tell him that it's gonna be fine. He's special. He's magical. Like she didn't let that make her sour. So I fuck with Antonio. And he could talk to tigers and shit, bro. And his hair was fucking marvelous. Like you see his curl pattern, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, that's why I was like, yo, like and I was gonna ask y'all like if there was a superpower that y'all would want, which one would it be out of all of them?
Oh, out of the existing ones?
Yeah.
I just like to hear everything, man. So chimoso, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm low-key already Bruno. Like I'm the Bruno of my family.
You see the visions.
Yeah.
You see the visions. And you patch everything.
It's like fucking patterns. Like, bro, that shit is gonna break because I see it's breaking.
Duh.
I just want to be the first invisible gift.
You want the
I want them to be like, oh yeah, invisible. I said flying before. Flying, I could take or leave any of those.
Yeah.
But.
Okay.
We also do our imposter of the week, who we, typically we like to do people who are playing Latinos who are not Latino. This is a very big Latino cast, so like that was kind of tough. But we also do imposter of the week of like people we weren't fans of. I know we all have a joint of Abuela, for this whole thing without a doubt. I don't know if y'all do have somebody else, but the shorty who was Matchy Moza and listened to everything, I'm not gonna lie, she low-key my little imposter of the week. Because I'm like, damn girl, you can't keep shit to yourself at all. And then even worse than having someone just listen to all your bullshit is that right at the end of every time she hears this shit, she goes, she hears that.
That's funny.
And I would be tight. Because imagine if I'm really like going through some shit, I don't want nobody to hear me, and you got shorty over here like putting her ear to the whole
But
wall.
she don't gotta put. It's not her fault. She can't. It's not like she is.
I know, but
she just in the crib and she's fucked up because she could hear everything.
But then she can't keep it to herself. How is that a power?
I would start a podcast. I would start a podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right
what
into
am
town.
What am I gonna do with every single piece of information? Even like
That's true.
if there's a million people around me, I can hear everything.
But you can't keep it to
It's
yourself.
called Hear Me
Nah.
Out. Check me out every Monday. Every Monday and Friday.
Today we have an exclusive with Bruno. I was hearing him talking to himself.
Mirabel saw him. Yeah.
No, but she is very just like, come on, bro. What the fuck is happening there?
That was my imposter. I don't know. Do you guys
She's
have
my
someone else?
imposter too, but for the reason that she immediately was like down to hook up with like her sister's guy that her sister was gonna like be engaged to.
Oh, right.
And no matter what the sister says that she wasn't interested in being engaged, but like they must have had a relationship before that, right? And so I'm like, she's very quick to be like, hey, and so I was like,
It was in the vision though.
It's just but it's just another thing to add on to like she's the
problem.
sibling that I would
Yeah.
like not want to like be around too much. I don't know.
Yeah, the cousin that fucks everybody's
She's the
boyfriend.
most I don't know, like problematic maybe.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Bago?
I mean, again, the Abuela, making it seem like, the whole, the house was the gift and the magic when it was her, her and the family stuff. So I feel like at one point everyone was looking up to her like being the one, but at the end of the day, she's the most.
But that first scene with her when she's talking about Mirabel as a kid, she had like the best Abuela vibes. It was like, she's like this is gonna be a sweet character in this movie. Like so one day I'm gonna be like,
that's how she acts when she feel like you got something to offer.
That's true. That was before she got the
That's
kid.
what I'm saying.
That was
Yo, if
before.
you rewatch the movie, you'll see the second she found out that Mirabel didn't have no fucking power, she never smiled at her again.
Yeah.
She never smiled at her again.
she went to
until the
resting
end.
Abuela face after that.
I'm telling you.
Oh, shit. That's so true, yo.
Would you stick to? Do you have another imposter? Or would
Yeah,
you
my imposter would be Mirabel's bitch ass father. Cause what the fuck are you even doing?
He's
Exactly. What are
He's
you
like
doing?
this.
You are
Voiced by
useless.
Wilmer Valderrama.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, yo, I don't want to be in this shit. Like I'm already in this shit, but I don't want to be in this shit.
Nah, that's the worst type of dad.
But I'm telling you, we've come across a lot of fathers like this in our run for Cine Papis. Like people just want to like not get involved in shit, but I don't really blame
I guess
them.
it's like they try to play like the dad stereotype, was just like, go ask your mom.
Yeah.
You know, they try to do that, but you could give him a little bit of splash. It's just you got a telenovela star. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
And then he don't got no superpowers. He don't got shit else to say. He's just there eating his wife's biscuits and shit.
You got allergies and shit.
Yeah, like get the fuck and come on, bro. You allergic to bees. You bothering the bitches. You can't help your daughter. What are you here for? Go to work. Go to war, bitch.
He's trying. Go to
my
war.
bad.
Is
Wait,
crazy.
did they explain why the healing thing didn't work on his bee bites?
Because he was an
Bee bites.
imposter. That's why he didn't belong there.
Actually, I don't
It's
know.
like Avatar, bro. He did not belong there. He wasn't supposed to be there.
Avatar. Our next movie on
Yeah,
Cine
exactly.
Papis.
I mean, hey, what was that? That's Zoe
Saldana.
Yeah, so we could do that. Okay, yeah, I see that. Definitely the fathers too. Well, I don't know if there's anything else y'all want to get into before the PPS. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so we always do the PPS, which is the Papi point system, where we rate the movie 1 through 5. Every one of us does it, but then we all give it our own little fling about it, and we give the rating for the movie. For me, this is so yesterday I watched it. I always like watching movies very fresh for us, right? Even if it's the day of. My sister had played this movie 1,000 times for my nephew. A bajillion times, and this motherfucker didn't know anything. But like, put it on the big screen. We don't hear talk about. I heard this shit so many times. So to really, and I understood the essence of the movie, but to really sit down, watch it, and like really enjoy it, and just like feeling some type of way about the songs. I didn't get to cry like Coco though, but I can't really like blame the movie for that per se.
You didn't cry with Coco?
I did. On my way to Boston, Massachusetts, I was tearing on a bus.
He was watching it at
randoms.
4.00 speed.
Yeah,
so it's hard to like get the emotion
I have
that
a
fast.
habit of doing that. I'll watch a movie at like this one was a super regular speed. I'll have a habit of watching a movie at like 1.5 speed.
My family would kill you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Everything was at double tempo.
Oh my God,
But that's a me thing. That's like me on like my laptop, and then like I'm watching it. Like it's not everybody else. Yeah, it works for me though.
I mean,
it works
go
for
crazy.
me. Yeah. I'll find like little details from just doing it like that. I want to give this movie, and it's a little cheating, but I'm gonna give this 4 casitas out of 5. 4 casitas out of 5 for Encanto. I really like this movie. I kind of want to give it a 4.5, but then I don't know. I'm a little scared of it being my like really highest one. Fuck it, it's a 4.5 casita out of 5.
Oh, you changed it in mid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
4.5 casita out of 5. It's one of my it's becoming one of my favorite Disney movies, honestly. Even though it's still Emperor's New Groove is still there, which by the way we still could do that movie because that movie's set in Peru.
I was gonna say you guys should do Vampires in the Bronx with Mero.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah, we're gonna
That'd be
do that.
epic.
That's definitely a movie we're gonna
That
do.
and
Absolutely.
and I was cut out of that
It was
movie
literally-
too.
He was cut out
of the
I
movie.
was cut out of that
Yeah,
movie.
he was
But
in a
that's all right.
block party scene. He had 2 funny ass lines. He jinxed it. He was like, "Yo, you know what? I could see my scene get cut out and flop at that."
On the screening
We're watching
with
it.
the scene that in the movie, and I was like, "It's gonna get cut out. It doesn't need to be in the movie." And then it was cut out. But I'm still in the credits as guy in party. But what party?
A win is a
What
win.
party?
A win is a win.
win
That's
is
it.
a win.
A win is a win. Oh yeah. No. Actually, let's do.
Yeah,
Let's do Mr.
I'm gonna
Vago.
give it also 4.5 flowers.
Okay.
Okay, you're giving it the flower.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the flowers. Again, I've repeating myself. I really feel like it's beautiful. It's symbolic of talking about immigrant families and the trauma, like what they're bringing from their homeland to come here, what they sacrificed, and all the stuff they had to do, and to put everything together. And if there's any things that go on, fuck that shit and keep it away. The music slaps. So I really enjoy the movie. I've seen it a million times, and I love it. And I'm gonna give it 4.5 flowers.
Mr. Fernandez.
I'm gonna give it 4 cracked tiles out
Okay.
of 5.
Okay.
This with animated movies, I needed to grab me right away. I'm not always, my attention span with animated movies is not always there. And this movie immediately grabbed me. The song where she sings and she kind of breaks down her family and who they are and what they do and like their gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
I was already like, now I'm in the world. Like now I know these characters and now I'm ready for this story to begin. Again, I love the main character and I love that it's a Colombian culture. Like it's a culture that doesn't really always get representation in a sort of mainstream film, animated or not. And so it was cool to see the Colombian culture represented there. And so it was funny, it was sweet, and I love the supernatural parts of it too. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I hate that we all stayed on 4s, but that's what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
You can give it a 5 if you want.
Nah, hell no. You want to know why I won't give it a 5? Just because I feel like they should have celebrated Bruno a little bit more when he came back. They should have thrown him a fucking party. They should have had a fucking pernil on the grill. They should have had a plethora of blunts and Coronas for him. And
He don't need that. He don't need the blunts.
actually, if
he's
anybody
zooted.
deserves a blunt, it's motherfucking Bruno up there living in a sandy goddamn room, comiendo solo.
Yeah.
So I would say that, but it's only because I wish, number one, like he said, I feel like they should have did a theme of her getting powers, even if it was being the glue to the family. They should have made that bitch sparkle. They should have made her sparkle. I don't give a fuck. And then I want them to rebuild Bruno's house. So I feel like those are the only things. But 4.5, that movie was phenomenal.
I think a spin-off would be cool. I'd hate. That's what I was gonna say. I would hate for either of those 2 movies to have a sequel. There's certain movies, I don't know about y'all. There's certain movies I'm like, okay, I understand a sequel. I don't need a Coco 2. I don't need a fucking Encanto 2. I don't know what you guys feel about that.
Nah, leave it as.
Yeah, I mean, sequels are just like, they did an Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar. I was like, no. Right? Didn't even have Robin Williams in it. So it's like the sequels are never going to compare.
Yeah.
Maybe like do a Saturday morning like animated series. Do they still do those?
I don't even know. Is that cartoons?
Just follow the
It's just
adventures.
YouTube.
Follow the adventures of Bruno, like getting into trouble and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be fun, because then you don't fuck with the legacy of Encanto, and then you just have like a little...
Like a web
cute-
series?
Yeah, a cute spin-off.
Yeah.
And you can have a different... I'm not going to give you my ideas. Fuck you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Goddamn
Redacted.
Disney.
Disney car.
Yeah, some white guy's like, "Ooh, I like her
Exactly.
ideas." Let's greenlight that.
I'm telling you, people be watching your shit and they be like, "Oh, I like that."
We don't talk about my Bruno pilot, okay?
Yeah. I think one thing before we go, and I know we already did the PPS, but I want to give a big credit to Lin-Manuel Miranda for like the music, because just like how you mentioned it for your PPS about it, that track of the Family Madrigal is very like Lin-Manuel Miranda coded, like with the in the Heights and Hamilton and shit like that. Like you feel that, and that shit is he makes some catchy motherfucking music.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
did
fact.
that. He did Moana. He's what else did he do? I mean, in the Heights.
He
of
did
course.
the Lion King
Yeah.
CGI sequel, Simba, right?
Yeah, Simba, Mufasa. What is it?
Mufasa.
There you go. Yeah.
Something about the brothers.
Yeah, there was one of those tracks that caught on TikTok really heavily too. So like I get that, but I just want to give him his just dues, because that was a big part
Shout
of that
out
movie.
Lin.
Yeah, so I feel like I could see another. Disney is gonna give him a third crack to.
Yeah.
Third and fourth and fifth. Like
Yeah.
at that point,
look
you're
at-
like one of the go-to composers.
But from Encanto, like it's a tough act to follow. It's a really tough
Well,
act to
Moana
follow.
also
Oh,
was,
from Mufasa,
was a tough
Moana,
act.
yeah.
Mufasa, I mean, I don't know if that's a tough act to follow. I think
Moana's down to doing the live action version of it, so that's kind of interesting.
Where's the
Yeah.
water?
Where's the water? What do you mean?
If they doing a live action, where's the fucking water?
Girl, I don't know.
It's based.
That's all CGI and AI for sure. Like Disney, the mouse is gonna get. Oh yeah, did you guys see the little sprinkles of the mouse in the movie? By the way,
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, when the cactus, the first when so Isabella and Mirabel make up real quick one Facts and Furious, or I guess Easter egg. When the first cactus sprouts out, it looks like a mouse. It looks like Mickey.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it like pops up and then like
It's hard to see things like that on your phone sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't watch that one 1.5, but at 1.5, I would see shit like that. Like I was like, oh, that's Mickey. Like I knew the mouse was gonna show up somewhere. Like there may happen. Lizbel, thank you so much for joining us.
you.
We
This has
appreciate
been
you.
awesome.
Can you let us know what you got going on? How everybody could reach you out to you? What number should they text you? Like, should I just put that on the screen?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Just put it straight.
Yeah, just right here. Just like right here. Yeah, let us know what you got going on.
No, Lizbel Ortiz. I'm on the Victory Light podcast.
Yes.
I have a lot of things going on, but I am coming out with my own show called
Ooh.
Uncivilized.
Uncivilized?
Uncivilized.
Oh,
So,
yes.
super excited about that. Yeah, gracias a Dios, we entering the new year with a lot of beautiful things. My
Yes.
brother's doing another stand-up comedy tour.
Hey,
so
hell yeah.
Nice.
the whole family's tagging along. It's gonna be. We got a good year planned, and I'm happy to start it off with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
no
you so
doubt.
much.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. You are our first episode of 2026.
Yeah.
So we're starting off like that.
We
We're starting off like that.
Yeah.
It's a
Thank
good
you,
time.
guys.
So y'all, you already know the deal. We are the Cine Papis every single Monday. Make sure you check us out on all social media platforms, on the IG, on the TikToks. We're not on Twitter like that, but just go on YouTube. You can watch us if you want to see our faces. If you want to see Lizbel's pretty face too, like go on YouTube right now. Let us know what movie you want us to do next. I mean, you talked about Vampires in the Bronx. That's definitely one that we
That
want
would
to do.
be legendary.
Yeah, we
Like,
wanna
would
make that
be-
happen.
That would be an absolutely legendary link-up.
And we still, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we still have to do Andrea. So like,
I'm down to do Andrea. I think y'all could have Mommy on here and talk about Andrea because
Ooh.
it would just have to be in Spanish because you know her English.
mi español no es
No very good looking.
no es muy bueno. It's
She
bad.
understands everything in English.
Oh
but-
shit! Well,
Yeah.
we'll make it happen. I mean, we'll fucking put subtitles and everything. We can make it happen. We'll make that shit happen.
Closed caption, closed caption.
Yeah. Let us know what movie y'all want us to do, and you already know Edwin Martinez, Jamie Fernandez, Juan Bago. We are your Cine Papis every single Monday, and we are gonna catch y'all next time.
Cine Papis.